I don't even know who I'm going to pick up on today, but here we are. Hi, how is everybody? How's all 10 people now? I hope everybody's doing good. The energy's been crazy, but it's just energy. It's all just light. I just heard that the quantum field is just all light and energy, and that's what we're feeling. And we tend to go, we tend to do the familiar, right? So what do I mean by that? As much as we want to manifest and try to change, we tend to go into our personality habits and do the things that we don't want to be doing. Why? Because it's familiar. It's just like when you were a kid and you touched the flame, your body said, "Oh, that's hot." And that's what you've learned. So if you ever came across anybody who was a bad person that didn't treat you properly, you remember it and you're like, "Ooh, that's hot, but that hurt." And so I would protect myself from that. So you have to do the work to change that. So what does that mean? I don't know. Let's see who I'm talking to today. Interesting. Somebody who's in their Saturn, the responsibility and discipline. They're very focused on their work. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 22nd, 21st, you might have a Sagittarius influencing your life in some way, or you might be a Sagittarius. And you're in your 9th house, which is the house of journeys, education, religion. All right. Ooh, almost knocked it all over. So the 3 of Cups energy in the reverse. 3 of Cups is when you have like collaboration, working well together. The Suit of Cups is, cups have to do with water, emotion, inspiration, love. Too many parties, delicate situation with family or friends, feeling to be abandoned. Now, is the feeling to be abandoned, is that because of abandonment issues? What, were you burned by being abandoned, and so you're like, you know what? I'm just not going to open up my heart space, and I'm going to just stay safe because that hurt way too much. And then you come across someone who has zero intention of hurting you, and then you self-sabotage by kind of almost making them abandon you. And then you're like, well, you know what? I knew you couldn't love me. I knew you couldn't handle me. This is what everybody does. This is what always happens. It's all just light. It's all just energy. And what you're putting out, reflecting right back to you. So if you think that that's what it is, spend some time alone. If you're still angry, alone, the problem is you. If you're not happy with your own company, then that's what we got to work on, right? Painful lie, confusion, poor communication, unnecessary cruelty. Unnecessary cruelty. Conflict for sport. Conflict for sport. Well, I'm a little bored, so and that's not really what people do, right? They don't go, I'm just going to create some drama for sport. No, what they're doing is they're stuck, because I'm in it all the time. They're stuck in the moment. They're stuck in what's happening with everything around them and going into survival mode. So survival mode is just imagine being in a room, the music's super loud. Imagine there's a bunch of kids running around banging on pots. There's something stinging your legs. Maybe bugs. Survival mode. I gotta get the hell out of here. And when you're in that mode, you're cruel. Unnecessary cruelty. So we're always being bantered and bombarded by these things, as little as maybe looking at Facebook and being jealous, or we're constantly being bombarded with things that we should be unnecessarily cruel about, because we end up going into our mode of not a loving mode, a closing down mode, survival mode. So survival. And so you have to forgive people too for going into survival. We hear it all the time. It's not you, it's them kind of thing. If, I don't think that guy cut me off because he was like, I'm cutting her off. I mean, that happens too, but I think they're not in the moment, and they're not seeing exactly what they're doing because they're trying to survive. So the Knight of Pentacles in the upright is an efficient, reliable, caring, hardworking, competitive, kind-hearted, careful, methodical person, but we're in the reverse. So what are they going to suggest to help you get out of the reverse, whoever I'm talking to, the reversed Knight of Pentacles? It's a stubborn, miser, ungrounded, impulsive decision, poor judgment, reluctant, materialistic, doing bad business. Is keeping the lights on your main motivation for clocking into work every morning? It's not being intentional. I don't know why I have to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm good at this, but I don't even want to be good at it. On the even less pleasant note, the card can denote business failure or loss. The action, is there any way you can explore something that does light you up? What lights you up? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Figure out what you're looking for in the long term, and make the appropriate adjustments. Finding ways to calm your mind. Meditation. Consult a professional if things get too overwhelming to deal with on your own. Poor decision making, unsuccessful business endeavors are in energy here. So you're in survival mode, but you're not surviving, and things are not thriving, and you are not changing. Nothing's changing. Reason being is because you're in survival mode. What's the noise? You gotta quiet all the noise. You have to see the other perspectives. You have to get alone. And if you're unhappy alone, you have to know If you're not even happy with yourself, ain't nobody gonna be happy with you. Unfortunately. It's because of your obligations. Burdens, obligations. You got way too many obligations. Who are you obligated to? Are you enabling? Are the people that you're obligated to, are you enabling them not to grow? Aren't we all supposed to? Didn't you get this hard from having to go through struggles? And it hurts so bad because you're in survival mode. And you know deep in your heart that things could be better. That you're trying to stop other people from going through it. But in order for things to be better, they have to go through it to understand, to transform. To transform, whether it's like they got to get up earlier in the morning, or they have to do a complete personality rebuild, which is totally possible. Joe Dispenza, check out his meditation. Reminding themselves every day, this is my personality that I don't like, and this is what I'm changing. This candle, I just need to light it. Because it's all just light. It can be changed, it can be adjusted. You can sit there and just watch a candle and see that there's energy. Turn off everything in the room. And watch it move and watch it. And just be present. Be in the moment. Don't be in the past. Don't be in the future. Be in the moment. A friend of mine said, he has a t-shirt that said something to the extent of, you know, your past self isn't where your future self isn't where your past self thought you would be, or your present self isn't where your past thought you would be, but your present self really needs all that energy right now. But your present self really needs all that energy right now. And if you don't, it'll go out. And you'll be right back where you were. In a year from now, you'll be right back where you were. You'll be here again. Which, I mean, if you're here, if you want to be here, if you want to just be an oak tree and just be here, that's your God-given right. It's your birthright to be whatever you want to be. Even if Spirit is gnawing at the bits and trying to tell you to change and you don't want to, that's your right. But if you're in this energy and you're burdened and you're trying to survive and you can't collaborate and things are going bad, even the oak tree has roots that are moving underneath the surface, working underneath the surface. Yeah. Fighting for their survival. Like right now, it's been, well, we got some rain, but it's been droughty. Like, you know, those roots are moving, trying to find what, you know, how to survive. You got this one in the upright. Impartially, gift, donation, sharing of wealth, request for assistance, scholarship, or reward. Interesting. Right next to the Ten of Pentacles. In the reverse, it's like rivalry and insincerity, domestic difficulties, family problems. Claim without limit. Claim without limit. Is that overspending? I don't know. But on the flip side, It's almost all the way turned around. Realistic plans for your future. Security, wealth, stable, balanced life. Health. Healthiness. It's a healthy life. The Six of Swords. Not quite in the upright. You're losing sleep over all this. It's a dark place. Eight of Swords. It's a dangerous situation. Feeling restricted, feeling powerless, having limited choices, complicated problems. I'm dividing that out because that was a stage, and so is this. Then you're starting to see, you're starting to master. Confident, being a little bit arrogant. So what happens with the first spiritual awakening is, you walk around and then everybody looks like they're zombies. You're like, wow, everybody's like out of it. They're like going through the motions, like not even thinking. Driving through, a school zone at like 60 miles an hour. Like just not even thinking, while texting, like, because they're so disengaged. And then you think,
this is a reminder.
Alexa off. And then you think that's where the arrogance comes in. Like, at least I'm aware that I'm seeing that. But it's keeping your head cool. Keeping your emotions, trying to tame the beast, trying to tame the emotions so that you can succeed. Doing that inner work. And that is starting here. And it's obvious because they're all in the upright. Four of Swords. Meditation, peace, and retreat. Yep. So I knew you were doing the inner work. With the King of Wands. Passionate, filtering, seductive, strong, cunning, overflowing energy. Because you pulled it away. You pulled it back to yourself. And that is part of the awakening process, is when you realize how much energy we're giving to everybody else, you kind of go, whoa, yikes, I have all this energy. And you just beam. I guess they call that the glow up, right? So you'll be beaming. Flirting, seductive, strong, cunning, personal power, and you'll be able to achieve your goal with that energy. But you're going to look at your pentacles and you're going to be like, they're not doing so well. And you can do one of two things. Not doing the best with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Solitary work. Lack of support. You're being ignored for your contribution too. As if. Don't go back to here. We have to keep going. When that happens, you have to keep going. Because if you restart, it's going to hurt all over again. So you brought your energy back. because you realize I need it now. Lack of inner joy. Lack of inner joy because 9 Cups in reverse. You're thinking, because I cycle here. I cycle in this too. Okay, I'm gonna go and try to go to the best place and get maybe the best crab cake, and I have the best beer, wine, and then go do the best, whatever your best day is. And you're just like, I'm not even finding joy in the good things. Because you're kind of, you were not appreciated. And you're like, it's a worthy issue, right? Am I worthy of this? Maybe I'm not worthy of this. Maybe that's why things keep going wrong. That's not what it is. You are definitely worthy. Head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity, authority. King of Swords twice. That's clarification for sure. Taurus energy, earth energy, fire and air energy. I'm doing this and I'm doing this now. I'm doing this and I'm doing this now. What happens when you blow air on fire? Self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction, lack of control, aggression, arrogance, carelessness. So moving forward with the Chariot that's in reverse. Chariot already is a balance of the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the shadow and the light, and trying to balance and navigate that. It's about willpower, and so you want willpower and control. I want to get this right, but it has to be right in the heart space, right? You can't be in survival mode and then be running on the Chariot in reverse, because it's not going to go. But you have a lot of fire energy. It might go. People may just come around to watch you burn. People just might come around and watch you burn. Page of Wands. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit. You're going to get it right this time. You're not going to start again. Exploration, excitement, and freedom. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Don't be afraid of your freedom. Yes, you were betrayed. There was deception. You think somebody got away with something. Were they, and you're guarding yourself over it. Were they in survival mode? That's like, if somebody comes up and say you're walking around, maybe like in the inner city in the middle of the night, and somebody comes along and steals your purse and sticks a couple knives in you, and you're laying there, and then somebody comes up to you and goes, "Why aren't you paying attention to me? Why are you..." Just because you can't see it doesn't mean the person's not in survival mode. It's just as much survival, trying to survive emotionally and mentally, as it is physically. I don't understand why people can't see that. I mean, nature shows it to us all the time. You see a plant outside dying. If your tomato plants are dying and there's no water, they're not going to give you fruit. They're just not. abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity. The Ace of Pentacles. It's like God just handing you, whoever you subscribe to, just handing it to you. They're right here at your door. You're not listening to the Five of Wands anymore. You're not dealing with the fire energy of the Five of Wands, which is just conflict, competition, rivalry, and strife and tension for no reason. Maybe they're just, look at me. I see you're giving your energy, your attention to somebody else, so I'm going to cause something so I pull you back to me. For no reason. It doesn't make sense. There is no good outcome. How is that good for somebody, and how is that good for you? Even if they come, you're going to go back to, see, I told you you didn't love me. Even if they come in that energy, but you're coming out of it. You're avoiding conflict. You're respecting differences. Just, I agree to disagree. I'm out of here. We're both diversity, right? But you're exhausted and you're burnt out. You are burnt out. You are burnt out. You have a decision to make, weighing options. You have a decision to make, and you're in avoidance, and you are in deadlock. Let this light be your guide. There's so many meditations and everything that you can do online. Take 10 minutes a day if that's all you have. King of Pentacles in reverse is greed, indulgence, material loss, stubborn, obsessed with wealth and status, financially inept. If you did nothing else, wow. Did you guys see that? It just lit up. I know you heard it. There's that fire and air energy. All right. Light it up. But not with greed, not with wealth on your mind. It's really strange because whatever you concentrate on is not, I don't know, like if you're trying to quit a bad habit, if that's all you're thinking about, it's all you're going to want. And so that's how kind of like how it works. If all you're thinking about is something, it's not going to come to you. It actually repels. It's like a magnet, polar opposite. It's repelling. We got these both on the side. Balance. If you have a question, the answer is yes or maybe. All of these are well, got a couple no's, but not much. Balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs. Even our heartbeat goes up and down, right? That's how it is. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic. Work, self-employment. The magic comes when you're working for and on yourself. King of Swords again. You're the King of Swords. Whoever I'm talking to is definitely the King of Swords. You want to be in the Ten of Swords energy. And you're walking away from something. Possibly the old you. No more fire. Possibly the old you. You're walking away from stress, burdens. You're walking away from too many burdens. And you're at the bottom of it. You completed the cycle. So we're right here. I'm going to pull a card and ask what comes after the end of this cycle. If it's the Three of Cups, oh, it's the Nine of Wands. And we're returning back. The Nine of Wands. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to protect my boundaries, and I am going to shine my light. Can't make that crap up. This time I'm going to be smart about it. But she's a little like, now she put down the sword. It's not like the Queen or King of Swords energy where they're just like, don't mess with me. Don't get in my way. I'm making this happen. I'm going to go in with the Nine of Wands energy. Keeping and maintaining boundaries and being persistent is the exact words that they would like to say. What do we have for advice for the Nine of Wands when it came in reverse? By the way, thank you for seeing this. If you are seeing this, I know I haven't posted in a while. I've been doing my own inner work, and you know, it's what you gotta do. You just gotta keep on keeping on. It's overwhelm, retreat, refusing compromise, struggle, lack of courage. I put it in the upright though, because I ain't dealing with that. You are fatigued. But when it's in the upright, it means you're going to have patience about it. You're going to cautiously move forward and have at least patience. I know you're tired. Your job or school is overwhelming you, and you're ready to throw in the towel. If you don't feel that things will ever get better, it may be time to cut ties and move on. The Nine of Wands reverse suggests that it's probably best to walk away. Try to dismantle some of the walls and let others in again. It's so hard to be open after you've been fried. Just fried. It's like you were out in the sun all day and you didn't wear sunscreen, and you know, it was just one of those days that just really fried you. And I'm asking you to go step out into the sun again. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody in their right effing mind wants to do that. But it's exactly what has to be done. Or else you're going to have financial loss, lack-minded, isolation, worry, need, poverty. And you know what? If you can live like that, if you can numb your mind enough, there's enough things out there you can numb the hell out of yourself. Go for it. But if you're watching this, or if you're, maybe I'm a number, I don't know, but or something's chomping at the bit and biting at your ankles that you can't ignore, you have to go back out in the sun. We're going to have a tower moment. We're going to have sudden change, upheaval, chaos. And we're going to rebuild again. Because you're trying one more time. With the Eight of Cups, I'm going to try one more time. That's it. One more. But you have a fear of change and a fear of loss, and you're avoiding. You're avoiding. It's like, I'm going to try. It's not quite trying. It's not quite trying if you're not like the fool and just jumping. Yeah. What do you have to lose? What do you freaking have to lose? I mean, I see what it was. I see what your life is. What do you have to lose? And they, 10 of Cups. I could lose everything. But you don't have everything. And if you go back to the cycle again, you're not going to have everything. Well, I know myself. I just heard that. I know myself. I know I'm going to screw it up. Well, you know what? Don't. You know what screwed it up. Don't do that this time. When you're going forward, just like in business, we had a lot of pentacles, right? Not a lot of love. But we had a lot of pentacles. Now, this is a business reading. Don't do what didn't work. Better yet, keep doing something until you find out what works and then do more of that, right? And that's what we're going to do. I love this reading. It could be my reading for all I know. And that's what we're concentrating on. Doing what works. And doing. Instead of blaming. With insecurities and loss. Let that game talking today. But it told me what you're afraid to lose. What do you have to lose if you don't have it? It's like, damn, I want that cheesecake. It's like over there. And I really, really want it. Pretty sure I'm going to trip over there. Trip on the way to it. I might fall and hit my head. I might get a concussion. Somebody might come running at me and take me out. Tackle me for the cheesecake. That could possibly happen. Somebody's going to come out and tackle me for the cheesecake. You know what? I'm not going to go there and get it. I'm just going to sit here with my pound cake. I don't even know where that came from. I love both cheese and pound cake, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just not going to go do it. The Emperor. Because that's who you want to be. And you can be. The Emperor is somebody. Nobody makes the Emperor cry. Maybe a couple people, but the Emperor keeps definitely keeps his composure. Very respectful, very strategic. He takes the reins and takes the leads. He can do all that, and he could be, is a great parent. I want to be all those things, but what if I get hurt? See how crazy that sounds? But we do it all the time. So you're carrying the burden with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Didn't I just read that one? It just keeps coming up. I'm going to read it again and see if there's anything else. Anything else. Carry all the weight alone. Irresponsibility, collapse. You're under heavy stress. Release it. You have to figure out where to release stuff. One of two potential outcomes is likely for the Ten of Wands reversed regarding your job. Yeah. Talk to others for new insight about being completely overwhelmed. If you're mega overwhelmed, you've got to figure out a solution before you collapse. The collapse. I mean, that could be health. You're so exhausted. So exhausted from the weight of your relationship. You're completely over trying to meet new people right now. If a relationship has left you running on fumes, it's time to step away. If you're struggling, reach out to a mental health professional. Before continuing forward, explore how you can delegate and receive help from others along the way. But there's so many of us in survival mode, it's hard to find good help. It's hard to find anybody who wants to be in that three of cups position that's on the side brink here, because they're all in survival mode. So they're all about me. I need this. I need you to take this knife out of my back. I need you to take this knife out of my back. Like that's where they are. And they can't be like, well, sure, I can help you figure that out. No, they're not going to be that way, because I need you to take this knife out of my back. We're all kind of feeling that energy and protecting ourselves from it. Exciting times. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to pull cards. I'm not even talking next week. I can't wait to pull cards tomorrow and see if the same energy pops up. Because people have been in survival mode. I mean, even the animals have, and I feel like it has something to do with astrology. I'm not an astrologist, or I'd love to be. I wish I started thinking about all this stuff when I was 10, but I didn't. And so here we are. But you know what? Let's let spirit and let the energy give you another card. Make it a good, positive, forward thinking, please. It's like I got nothing nice to say. I'm not gonna say it. I got the one. Yep. Got the ringing in my ear. Thank you. Sight of the owl. So what's an owl? Okay, so they're looking all around. They're finding their culprits. They're finding what needs to be addressed. They don't have any blinders on. The owl has spotted something heading your way and warns you to pay attention to the subtler, finer details. With night vision far superior than humans, the owl's sharp eyes are legendary. Her ability to turn her head nearly full circle, or his head, will help to see beyond what is immediately in front of you. I literally wrote to Saint Angel Gabriel, and I asked one entity, one spirit, show me them. And you know what? Everybody has showed themselves to me very clearly. Release affirmations. I release myself from all expectations. I release myself from the need to control. Even if you're trying to help someone, you're still trying to control their destiny. I'm not saying just sit on the sidelines and let everything fall to crap, but you can't control everything. I release myself from fighting redirection. I release myself from fear of the unknown. A spark just went up from the candle. I don't know if that went on the camera. I release myself from the fear of the unknown, and that was the spark. I release myself to all that is knowing, and all is as it should be. We are beings who love our comfort zones. Comfort zone. I don't like it, but it's comfortable. I don't like my job, but it's comfortable. I hate it. It hardly gets me out of bed in the morning, but paying your bills gets you out of bed in the morning. But if you're not even enjoying the crab cake, if you're not enjoying your life, then these things have to go and have to change. So, looks like we're doing some planning. Your full awareness is required now, and you must watch carefully like a bird of prey and decide what is the right path for you when the time comes. You will be challenged to make difficult decisions. Keep in mind the bigger picture. Will this choice support who you want to be and the goals that you have? Do not worry if you must release one goal in favor of another. Better opportunities will replace anything that have been lost. Better opportunities will replace anything that hasn't been lost. Better opportunities will replace anything that has been lost. See you.